Good morning, my dear students. I Annu welcome you all to this online class of computers, class 7th, chapter 7, Introduction to Database and DBMS. My dear students, it is a revision video of some of the important terms or the parts of the chapter that I have already covered in the offline class. And it also includes the questions like oral quiz, short fill-ups, which have been covered at the end of the chapter. So let us begin. In first presentation, let us come to the first point, that is database. As the name of the chapter begins with the same, let us see what a database is. A database is an organized set of data. It is an organized, remember that, it is organized set of data that is stored in a computer and can be used in various ways. Organized, when we talk of organized data, that means the data that we are entering into the database is properly arranged. Either it is arranged in the form of tables, right? So the data, it depends on the requirement of the organization, which type of data the organization need, whether it is the information of the employees, if we talk of our office, or whether it is an information of the students, if we talk of school. My dear students, suppose if I want to find out in a particular class, if I want to find the record of any of the particular student in the school. So for that, I have the database. That means the school is storing the information of each and every student along with the personal informations and school informations, right? That is a database. Why? Because the data is organized so that if I'm looking for the particular student and if I know the class of that student, then easily I can attain the information, right? Then after that, we have RDBMS. So RDBMS stand for relational. Just a second. Let me take a pointer that is narrow. Yes. So RDBMS, my dear students, it stands for Relational Database Management System, or for Relational Database Management System. Now, what it is a collection of organized data items in the form of tables. So when I'm arranging my data in the form of tables, that is a RDBMS, right? Now, what is this table? My dear students, table everyone already is aware of. If I talk of a table, that means suppose a table, it comprises of rows and columns, right? Suppose if I am just, so this is, you already know, if I want to create a table, it would be somewhat like this. Here, my dear students, you already know that if I talk of this is a row and this is column. This is 1 and 2, right? These are the columns. So this is a column, right? This is a column, right? And what is a row? Row, my dear students, this is horizontal, this is a row. Is that clear? So this is row as this is a row. So a table can have as many rows and as many columns depending on the information that they are going to feed in that particular table, right? Now next is MS Access. What is MS Access? If I talk of MS Access, it is a re-owned RDBMS. So it is a re-owned RDBMS package, a part of Microsoft Office. So MS Access, first of all, it is a part of MS Office, that is Microsoft Office, and it is a RDBMS package, that is relation. That means in MS Access also, the data is stored in the form of tables, right? It is organized and then it is stored in the form of tables. Moving further to the next slide, we have, let us move further, my dear students. Next, we have the table structure. Now, what is table structure? Structure, my dear students, all of you know that. Structure is what? the kind of thing we are giving to anything, right? Table structure is a kind of indication for the kind of table that is to be created. That means what is the view of the table, how we are creating that table, what is the structure, is it created with the help of design view, or it is created uh, in the pivot view, how it is created, and what is the information that is required by the organization for creating that table. Then primary key. Primary key is used to relate. Just a second. Yes. Primary key, it is used to relate a table to an outside key in the other tables. What does that mean? It means that it is used to establish a relationship between the two tables which share the information in common, right? It is used to relate a table to an outside key in the other table. That means it helps to connect two tables set up to help to establish a relationship. Then if I talk of manipulation, my dear students, it is an English word. Manipulate means to make some changes, right? So manipulation refers to changing data and modifying it for some use, right? So when I'm changing my data, suppose if you want to add a new record, you want to delete a new record, you want to delete an old record, or anything, right? Any type of modulation which you want in your data, that can be done with the help of the manipulation. Then relationship. It is clubbing information. Relationship is clubbing information distributed in multiple tables. That means for the purpose of creating forms and queries, etc. Right? So relationship is what? It is accumulating the information that is basically divided into many tables so that we can create a form or create queries or any such things, right? Forms, you know already, whenever you're going to a shopping center or any of the place, in many of the, if you are having an entrance for the new school, so there a form is filled by you, right? So relationship, it is basically a part of the database. It helps to club the information, put the information in multiple tables for the purpose of creating queries and forms. So these were the few important terms. Now let us move further to the next presentation. Yes. Yes. Now let us discuss the oral questions which are given at the end of the chapter. Yes. The first question is, what is a database? I've already told you, my dear student, in the beginning. It is an organized set of data. Just a second. Moving to the previous slide. Just a second, my dear students. Right. So let us discuss fill in the blanks first. Okay, not fill in the blanks. Let us discuss the previous one first. Yes, here we are. So yes, we are on database. What is a database, my dear students? It is an organized set of data that is stored in a computer and can be used in various ways. Now, next question, name some organizations that keep a database. You already know, whether we talk of banks, offices, schools, companies. Okay, there are so many organizations that basically keep the database so that they can retrieve the information easy and quickly. Then quiz questions. What is the full form of RDBMS? The full form is Relational Database Management System. Who introduced the concept of RDBMS and in which year? So that is E.F. Codd. He is the one who introduces the concept of RDBMS in 1970, right? So he was the one who introduced the concept of RDBMS. So we should underline this line. So that is E.F. Codd, who introduced the concept of RDBMS at IBM in 1970. Yes. Moving further, we have next slide. We have MCQs. Before that, we have Phillips. Now, MS Access stores related entries in its rows, which is called a record, right? So, MS Access helps to store related entries in its row, which is called a record. Column, that is also known as fields. So, column is also known as fields. They are used to store detailed types in a record, right? So, the detail is basically stored in column and fields. Then a dash is like a fill in the blank sheet where the particulars are to be filled by hand. That is a form. MS Access arranges the data in the form of a table. We know that it is a re-owned RDBMS software which helps to arrange the data in the form of table. Moving further, we have multiple choice question. Every piece of information in a table is called value. So out of the 4 options that are given in your book, the answer is value. Then a dash is a ready-made database including table, queries, forms, and report, that is template. Using dash view and design view are the 2 main ways to create a table. So that is data sheet view. So what are the 4 options that are given? The correct answer is data sheet. A table structure is a kind of indication for the kind of table that is to be created, right? So answer is structure. Now we have very short questions. In very short questions, we have 2 advantages. What are the 2 advantages of maintaining a database? So 2 advantages are easy data sharing, easy data retrieval, right? So you already know that we can easily share our data among the people and we can easily retrieve, that means collect our data or find any information about any of the person or the employee once we have maintained our data in a database. Then next question, give 2 examples of RDBMS software. 2 examples of RDBMS software are Oracle and FoxPro. Short questions, what are the following ways or name the ways to create a database in MS Access? So the following are the ways to create database in MS Access. We have blank database, then creating a database using a template, or we can download a database from Microsoft Online. So we can create a blank database, we can create a database using a template, or we can download a database from Microsoft Online, right? Next question, what is a primary key? A key is used to relate a table to an outside key in the other tables. It is used to relate a table to an outside key in the other tables. And name the 4 views to work within a table. We have data sheet view. We can work in a table with the help of data sheet view, pivot table view, or pivot chart view, or design view. So these are the 4 views with the help of which we can work within a table. Apart from that, you also have long questions, okay, which we have already discussed in the offline class and marked in the book as well. So my dear students, if you have any problem, you can go through the video and even you can ask in the online class, and please note down these answers in your copy if you have not done till now. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, stay connected. Thank you.